Hey everybody, Joe. Whoa. Alright, still getting used to this gimbal. Joe, Passion Unchained here. Before I start the video, I just want to let you know, this whole week, if you're watching this in Cyber Week 2021, which is the Monday, Cyber Monday to the Sunday afterwards, I'm doing half off all of my photo shoots. If you want to learn more about my photo shoots, the link in the description below is where you go. And if you are ready to book a profile critique with me where I will talk to you about the photo shoots and I'll take a look at your profile, take a look at exactly what is good about your profile, what is bad, and if you're down for a photo shoot, start planning your photo shoot and take your payment and book it in, then we are a go for that. Just go to the website in the description below and let me know. It is half off this week. All my photo shoots are half off. I've already got some people signed up. So let me know soon so that you can get in on Cyber Week 2021. And without further ado, here's a video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Joe, Passion Unchained. I want to help you build a life you love. One of my core philosophies is, actually I would say maybe my core philosophy, not even one of them, is life is meant to be loved, not just survived, not just lived. I want to figure out the phrasing to make it really get the meaning of that phrase. And I think I like life is meant to be loved, not just lived. Or life is meant to be enjoyed, not just survived. Anyway, the point is, that's my core philosophy, and I want to share the things that I've learned. I've had a lot of experiences, different kind of experiences. I've traveled the world, been homeless, enjoyed a lot of abundance in my sexual life, followed my creative passions. There's a lot of things that I can offer. So anyway, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please subscribe because that would really help me out. It would help other people learn and build a life they love themselves. So, if you've been on my channel before, you will notice that the field of view is a bit different this time. That I am more full, that it is easier to see me, and you can also see the things in front of me, and you can see more on every side. And that is because I got a new lens. I'm really excited about this. It's my first wide-angle lens for this camera. 35 millimeter, it's pretty standard. A lot of people use 35 millimeter. I do want to pick up 24 millimeter because that's even cooler. I could put the camera closer to me. But I'm going to play around with the framing because I have the camera almost where it usually is. I just have it lower to the ground. But I think it would be cool if I pulled it in closer in a few videos and see what happened there. And also I had to move the lights out further so that you couldn't see them. So the lights on the back are a bit different. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. Let me know what you think about this new setup. I had to move things around because of the new lens, but I like it because the other lens, like you could barely see all of me, and it was hard to see everything. Now you can see more of me, and so I'll have to move the stuff in front a little bit to make it look nice. But curious what you think. So yeah, today I was on my way back from doing some errands. Got some purple sweet potatoes. Fucking love those. Not just because they're cool and interesting, because they're purple, but also because they are sweeter. They're a lot sweeter. And I went to a new grocery store this time. I was going to go to, because the purple sweet potatoes I usually get at Whole Foods, and my other groceries I get at H-E-B, but there's a place called Sprouts that I have not been to before. That's not true. I walked in there a couple times, but never to get groceries, just to check it out. And that was like a year or two ago. And I finally walked in there because I was on my way to Whole Foods, and I'm like, well, Sprouts is right here. They probably have it too. And boy, did they. It's like Whole Foods, but a more local vibe. Anyway, point is, I was parking. I was coming back home, and I didn't bring my phone with me, so I was thinking to myself. I had more time to elaborate on my thoughts, and something I've loved to start. I'm doing more often because I get so like focused on my phone, and it's nice to get some space to myself and just organize my thoughts. I'm actually reading a book about how it's called Peak Mind. I'm reading a book about how important that is. And I was coming home and I realized that there was an inspiration hit me right as I was getting my groceries to come in. And I actually haven't even unloaded my groceries yet. over there. But I realized that there's something I can help you with when it comes to girls, and that is your confidence and your ability to believe that you're doing something for women by being with them. It's something that hurt me a lot because I just felt for some reason, especially because I think society and women tend to be picky about men. They tend to be like there tends to be this idea that men have to audition for women. I call this the audition mindset. Is you're auditioning for her, she's the one judging you, and then she's the one that decides whether you get the role or not, or whether you go to the next audition or not. And this audition mindset I vehemently despise. I think it is disgusting and horrible, not just for you, but also for the woman. It might feel kind of nice to be in power as the woman, to be like, I get to choose whether this guy goes to the next level or not. But trust me, it's not what women ultimately want. And of course, it's not what you ultimately want as a guy. I mean, ultimately, men and women, you both want to build a good experience together, right? You're on dating apps to build a good experience with her. You're not on dating apps to waste your time. You're not on dating apps to prove yourself to women. You're not on dating apps to, you're not on dating apps for any other reason than I want to create a good time. I want to create a good experience. I want to share moments with a girl I like. I want to have sex with a girl I like. But that's also you sharing an experience with her. Sure, maybe if you're in a place where you're hungry for sex, you're desperate, you're not having it as much as you like, there might be a period of time where you're like, I just want to have sex, I just want to get my dick wet, I just want to check those boxes so that I'm in a place where I can feel more abundant and happy about myself. Sure, but once you've gotten your dick wet a little bit, you usually graduate to like, I still want to have sex just as much, but now I want to have sex with a girl. I want it to be an experience we share. I want to feel connected to her as my dick is inside her and she's squealing in pleasure. And so it's more of it's the same actions, but more of like, I want it to be for us. I want this to be an experience we share. And that's something that you just, as long as like the moment you're not hungry for it anymore, it's a mindset that comes. I don't think it's something that needs to be rushed. Because like if you go to a person that's starving on the street and they're willing to steal, it's not because they're a bad person, it's because they're fucking starving. If you're willing to steal food to feed yourself, it's not because you're a bad person, it's because, well, you're fucking desperate and you're about to die. So it's like, it's either that or die, and I'd rather like the risk go to jail or risk get a criminal record, because then I'm not going to, I had an unflattering time. I was in Latvia and I was broke as fuck. And I think I was living this was before I went to the hostel, where I actually had to have a friend. So I couch surfed with this woman, amazing woman, still in touch with her. If you're watching this, what's up? I don't know if she watches my channel, but she might. Anyway, she was going to introduce me to a friend, and then I stayed with that friend a few nights, and he became a good friend of mine too. We actually still keep in touch. And between then, I was just desperate. I was on my computer, I was working, I was doing graphic design for a little minute bit of cash on Fiverr that sort of helped me live, but not great. And I was so hungry, and I was like just working at a cafe, and I actually stole some granola from a store, and I was so nervous because I was in a different country. If I wouldn't be able to go back to Europe. Hopefully European officials don't see this and ban me from going to Europe. Actually, it was only like €4, 3 or 4 euros worth, and I only did it because I was desperate as fuck. But I understand. The thing is, like, I've been homeless. I understand, and I've been homeless for only a couple days, but I've been on the brink of homelessness for about a year, like barely not being homeless, just because I had a support network and people that helped me out. Thankfully, I was able to stave it off for most of that time, except for those 2 nights. So I'm very grateful for those people who helped me. I could have been homeless for a year if I had no support system, but I only thankfully was homeless for 2 nights. But the point in all this is if you're hungry for sex, it's hard to think of a me and you mentality. It's more of a me versus you mentality. But if you're stopping hungry for sex, then it's always an us mentality. And this all goes into the end mindset, where when I first started when I was still hungry for sex, when I still wasn't getting what I wanted, I felt like me having sex with a girl was a loss for her. Like, I'm taking something from her. And why would she want to be with me? I just want something from her, and I want to create this situation where I'm getting what I want, and she may or may not be getting what she wants, but who gives a fuck, because I'm getting what I want, right? And I think that's a phase that a lot of guys go through, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to shame you for it, but I'm saying there's another way to think about it that gets you a lot more girls, because girls aren't on the defensive as much. If you are looking for girls and you want sex, and then thinking about girls as you and me, as we're going to share this experience together and we're going to enjoy this together, brings you a lot more women. It also makes you feel better about yourself, because then it's like, well, I know why women want to be with me, because I like sharing a good experience with them. I care about them having a good time too. I'm going to have a good time, but she's going to have a good time, and she's going to want to come back for more because she's going to have a great time with me. The more I thought like that, the better that I felt like I was a catch with women, and women liked me more, and I was nicer to women, and women came back for more. And that's the end result. Is society will tell you women don't want sex, and that women are looking to kind of they're looking to try to delay sex as much as possible. And some women buy into that. And if you as a man buy into that, then more women will show you that side of themselves. Women don't tend to want to initiate sex because there's a lot more social consequences for doing such. But the moment that you decide that you having sex with a woman is going to be a good experience for both of you, you're going to find the women that reflect that belief, that have the same belief as you, is that they want to have sex with you. If you decide that that experience is good, is a win-win, then you'll find the girls who want that, rather than finding the girls who are on the fence that you have to convince because you're not sure if it's good for her. People tend to reflect the beliefs. You tend to attract people around you that have the same beliefs as you do. And if you feel that girls don't want sex, you'll find girls that don't want sex. If you feel that girls do want sex, you'll find girls that do want sex. And so that's a really good shortcut to finding the best girls for you, is creating the beliefs and deciding to focus on those beliefs that help you have a more fulfilling sexual, fun dating life. And the girls that reflect those beliefs will want to stick around. So I offer dating coaching, by the way, and I also offer free dating profile critiques, because I'm a photographer and I go out to your city and do photo shoots with you. I actually just booked a shoot a couple days ago in Boston. I've never been to Boston before, and I'm really excited. I'm going to Boston in January, which is probably a mistake, but it's going to be fun, and I'm excited for it. But wherever you are, even if you're not in the U.S., as long as you're willing to pay my travel expenses, I will come out to you. But that's my expertise, and right now I'll give you a free dating profile critique, one-on-one, me and you on a Zoom call. So go ahead and book that in the link in the description below. That's how you get that. Extremely excited to help you out. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I am excited to have you here and teach you more about how to live an awesome life. Now, go build a life you fucking love.